Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And obviously still under the weather, you can totally hear it in my voice, right? But that's not why we're here. Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft because in Microsoft news, pirating their software is now apparently okay. Now that's according to Microsoft's AI CEO. And here's what's going on. And for the record, it is not. Please do not pirate Microsoft or any other software. And I know a lot of you do. So with that, let's talk about this because Mustafa Suleman is Microsoft's AI CEO, and he's been heading that AI effort for Microsoft since March. And recently, talking in an interview to CNBC, he basically said that the material publicly open on the web essentially becomes quote-unquote freeware that anybody can copy and use as they please. Now, that is a very dangerous position for a software development and platform company to take. Now, per Suleman, he said, and I quote, "I think with respect to content that's already on the open web, the social contract that the content since the 90s has been that it is fair use. Anyone can copy it, recreate it, reproduce it, and that essentially has been freeware, if you like, and that's been the understanding." So, meaning, if I take my copy of Windows, let's say back then, Windows 98 or Windows XP or Windows 7 or Windows 10, Windows 11, and I put it out there with, let's say, a software key, anybody can have at it then, right? It's free, it's open, that's the understanding. That's essentially what he is saying, because it's not just pictures and books that their AI is ingesting that is basically created by somebody else. And for that thing to learn, Microsoft's products too then would be fair game. And so obviously that's a pretty insane take, but it's also an inaccurate, and it's inaccurate. So if you look at the FAQ page, for example, from the U.S. Copyright Office, one of the answers there basically states that, quote, "Your work is under copyright protection the moment it is created and fixed in a tangible form that it is perceptible either directly or with the aid of a machine or device," end quote. In other words, you create it, you stick it on the internet, you stick it on a wall in your house, whatever it is, it's yours. You own it. On top of it, the FAQ also adds that you don't even need to actually register it for it to be protected. The only time registration is needed is when you wish to file a lawsuit for infringement. So it's essentially safe to say that fair use does not come from any kind of social contract, as Suleman noted. And again, for the record, Microsoft would be in this boat if they're putting out a brand new copy of their operating system. I take that copy out there, I stick it on a public page where people can download it with, let's say, a license key. That's fair use then, according to him. That's an insane position to take. And so by virtue of that, yeah, why not then? Go ahead and pirate Microsoft stuff because they say it's good. Really, it's that simple. He's an officer of the company, and here we are. So obviously, for the record, don't do that. But you see where I'm going with this. And so we have to have an honest, genuine discussion on copyright infringement, on intellectual property rights as it comes to artificial intelligence. It's something I've talked about before, and how I think that the open AIs of the world want to change copyright laws to give them themselves an exception, and that's where we're going. So with that, I'll leave it at there. But it's an absolutely really ridiculous statement, and I cannot believe that he said that. And so technically, he just gave you justification to rip off Microsoft because it's fair game. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please don't rip off Microsoft. I'll say it again. I don't want to get in trouble. I didn't tell you to do that. That's the whole point of this, right? Please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube. I think I mentioned that. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. And if you're Microsoft, protect your intellectual property from your own officers. Take care.